Dr. Jeanne Neff. Dr. Neff is the president of Garrett College. We're going to ask a few questions about the Garrett Google Fiber Network Initiative. Dr. Neff, tell us a little bit about Garrett College, including the mission, success factors, number of students, number of employees, any other information you'd like Google to know.
Well, Garrett College is really an extraordinary and a quite unusual place. We're a community college that's set in the middle of a region that is at once rural and agricultural and full of natural resources, forests and wildlife and rivers. But we're also in the midst of a resort community and a kind of a mecca for professionals who have retired here because of the quality of life. So there is, at one and the same time, a tremendous simplicity to this environment and also a great deal of sophistication among a portion of the residents. The college itself has been in existence about 30 years. It is a two-year college that provides access to the first rung of higher education for students from this area, both traditional age and adult learners. One of the most interesting features of this college is the support of the Garrett County Commissioners to ensure that every student who graduates from the two county high schools each year has full access to higher education by way of free tuition. Essentially, the county fills the gap for needy students, and really all students, between what's offered from government sources such as Pell Grants and the remainder that it might cost to make up tuition and expenses to go here. So anybody, in effect, who has got a high school diploma can get an education here each year. At the same time, we are attractive for some of our special programs to students from elsewhere in the state, to students from other parts of the United States, and also to a group of international students that comes to us each year. We have residence halls. We have some very rich and exciting programs to offer students, including a nice array of degrees and certificates in computer science, as well as our world-famous adventure sports program. On the workforce development side, we're very excited to be opening a new career technology and training center that will open in the fall of 2010 and will be dedicated to technology-related emerging jobs in industries such as wind turbines, weatherization, the kinds of jobs that are not only about technology but are also about the environment. And I think the quality of the environment is a huge value for the college and the community here. Altogether, we serve around 900 students in our credit programs and approximately 4,000 students in our workforce training and continuing ed programs each year.
Are you satisfied with the technology or internet infrastructure you have today? What could be improved and what keeps you from making those improvements?
In the main, we have the technology infrastructure to do just about everything we want in the area of education and the other kinds of activities that further our mission. We do deliver courses through an ITV structure to the local high schools that allows those students to be dual enrolled in high school and in the college, and to get a leg up on their degree, in essence, to finish their college degree a little bit sooner. If we had more bandwidth, for example, for that application, we would be able to deliver those courses in high definition TV. We'd be able to enrich them with a great deal more streaming video and multimedia applications. And again, it would cost less. Right now it's a proprietary system. It's really limited to the high schools and the college. Broadband would help us open up to the many, many other resources that are available to us that we could make possible for the high schools. And that same analogy probably applies to most of the other things we're doing. Students in our residence halls have internet access, but it is coming at a high cost and it's very slow. And they're deprived in many ways, in a way that their counterparts are not.
Now we're going to ask a few questions that will help us better prepare our application to Google. What significant features of Garrett County are relevant for the Garrett Google Fiber Network trial?
Well, I've been doing a lot of reading lately about both the plight and the promise of small towns and rural areas throughout this country. And I come from a lot of experience in economic development in an urban setting, and I'm struck with how many of the lessons that you learn in one are applicable in the other, and also by how much Garrett County, although it shares many of the challenges and problems of other small town or rural regions, actually has tremendous assets that would allow it to take advantage of broadband access when it comes, I think with greater alacrity and with greater intelligence. There is besides the traditional, you might say, home culture of the county, there's an overlay of professionalisms, and in fact a large body of professionals, whether they be retirees who live here or the people that are employed by the county and in various other economic organizations. They're people of vision. They get it, in essence. They see the potential for applications of broadband. Some of them are people who are actually telecommuters who've moved here and are doing very well working from a distance, but they too are hampered by the lack of broadband access.
What current or future programs are available or planned to be available to accelerate or expand the adoption and use of high-speed broadband?
Well, thinking at least from the college perspective, but also in a way that links to county planning, we certainly have been expanding the array of options that we're offering here in the technology field, both in our credit and our non-credit areas. For example, we will be bringing Cisco Academy to both the college and the high schools locally, and that will ratchet up our ability to deliver a trained workforce with higher and higher level technology skills. And in order for the students who pass through those programs to have jobs and to stay in the county, which I think is one of the strong thrusts of our economic development planning, we need the greater broadband access, and so do the industries that are here, and so do the businesses that would come here if we could provide that for them. Certainly the other aspect of that, as we look to expand our distance learning capability, are the receivers, the students on the other end in their homes and their offices who may want to take advantage of that and who will need to access broadband bandwidth in order to do that.